guess to start out, I want to admit I wasn't aware of you guys' band before we hooked up. So I checked you guys out, found some live clips and shit. Started getting down on that shit. Started getting excited to play with you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing prepared me to actually fucking catch you guys tonight, dude. Like, that shit blew my mind. That shit was so dope. Nothing I saw online like translated what you guys do up there. You know what I mean? So that was fucking sick.
Thank you.
Me and the guys are already talking. We want to play more shows if we can. You know what I mean?
Likewise, yeah.
I really like how melodic you guys were, but nothing sounded forced. There's parts where you guys were getting hella riffy, but it never sounded like you guys were being extra. You know what I mean? It just, all of it was so seamless and very interesting. That's for me being a musician, here is like these really intricate parts, but at the same time, like, especially some of your breakdowns where I was like, no, that's tech. They might not hear it. I'm hearing that off little fucking China Crash or whatever, you know what I mean? And like, but that right there for me is like, as a musician, fuck yeah, dude, that's so sick. Like you're still getting across that, like, you know, high level of musicianship, but in a way that doesn't take away from the song, doesn't take away from the performance, you know what I mean? So.
We appreciate you realizing or noticing that, because we really try to work hard on that and be different, because there is so many bands trying to be like, you know, the replica of another band that's out of the area or something. And honestly, we just like the idea of being ourselves and being a little different in the process. And, you know, getting feedback like that's fucking awesome. That's like why we love doing this shit. You know, it's like what it's about in this community. Being a part of it, get to know guys like you. Like, I gotta be honest, like we're in the same position, like kind of getting to know like your music as well, kind of before this gig, and we weren't even ready for your guys' performance. Honestly, like I was taken aback by all your guys. The fucking bass tone you had, the guitar tone, your singing, the drumming was fucking great. Yeah. Like, I enjoyed it personally.
Awesome, man. So we're in the same boat. That's cool.
You already know, yeah.
Yeah.
And like Chris and I were talking, and he was just telling us, or he's telling me about, you know, the breakdowns, like the process of that, because you brought up, you know, like our style of doing that's pretty interesting. But from our ears, it seems as though like it's almost telegraphed in a sense. And when we saw your guys' breakdowns, it was like, holy fuck, it's just like you didn't expect that to take a transition there or anything like that. So it's cool to get that feedback from other musicians, because, you know, you get like people that are just average listeners, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like that was so awesome. And it's like, I appreciate it beyond words, but
they're not really sure why they liked it. They know they liked it.
They just know what sounds good, but just from coming from like another musician that's, you know, putting in equal work, and they can like pick up on the intricacies. It means
even the
like
singing. You guys did singing vocals. That's one you don't always find, like in the deathcore scene and stuff like that. Which I feel like you guys, I wouldn't describe you as a deathcore band, but you totally slip right into that genre. But you guys are seamlessly jumping between subgenres of metal, so it's kind of hard to pin you guys down. But when I heard the melodic vocals, I was like, dude, that's fucking sick, dude. You know, again, none of it ever sounded like it was forced. Didn't sound like you were like insisting on having like some clean part in the song. It felt like the fucking right time to have the song open up and kind of get melodic and stuff like that. And so I really appreciated that, man. And you got fucking hell of a stage presence, man. So.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for having us on this too. It's more of like you just kind of write what's in your blood at the time, and it just comes out. Like when we first started, you know, you take in a lot of inspiration from a lot of people, just like any other band, and then you start dispersing from that and forming your own sound over time.
Right.
And, you know, we kind of grew up with, you know, Spite. Like, that's like one of our biggest influences. You know, like the first two songs that we have, it was like, you know, drop A, dissonant chugging. Yeah. And like that was the shit. And it still is. Like, that's one of my favorite. Like, I will go on YouTube and type in drop A, dissonant chugging, because it's like the best thing to get anger out at. But Chris, our lead guitar player, he taught me how to play guitar properly. And that's kind of when everything started, like the floodgates, you know, like they just started going. Yeah, exactly. Taught Omari too, and it kind of became a whole different world, and we started experimenting, and more things came into play. And eventually, I, as much as I still love screaming, gutturals, yelling, it's become more of like a dude. I just want to write a rock song, you know, and that's like our third to last song tonight. It was just like super groovy, you know, really bouncy, like just singing. And it's, you know, quite emotional, but like emotion regardless, like you just want to write what feels the best to you in the time. And that's kind of how it should be. I feel like I want to go on a rant.
No,
but,
feel free, man. Yeah.
A lot of bands let the label massage their music too much. And it's starting to get more prevalent, and there's like very similar song structures amongst different bands now.
Oh yeah.
You see very popular bands doing like, intro, and then there's like the clean ambient part, and then it goes back into a hook, and then it goes into a breakdown, and then it finishes with the hook again. And it's like, dude, like this has been going on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Can the industry grow up?
Oh, for sure. I tell the guys quite a bit, like my biggest fear is becoming like a caricature of ourselves, right?
Exactly.
Where we're like trying to replicate what it is we did that people liked, and it's like, dude, nobody wants to fucking hear that, bro. Like they want to hear you fucking exactly what you're saying, doing exactly what you want, you know what I mean? What makes you excited, what gets your fucking blood pumping, like that's what they want to hear, you know what I mean? Even if they don't fucking know it, even if they don't know it yet, that's what they want to hear. Nobody wants to hear you parrot yourself, or even worse, other bands, you know what I mean? Like, so no, I definitely appreciate that you all like have a similar mentality, and it definitely fucking shows in your guys' sound and your performance. Even just like your ability to fucking have fun, dude. Like especially you, bro.
Dude.
This guy knows how to have fun on stage.
Chris fucking kills it every time, dude. He's the dance master. He's DJ Killa to me. He's such a fun guy to be around. Honestly, like everybody in the band is really fun. Yeah. And it was purposefully sought out that way. Like everybody was sought out through Craigslist, and nobody ended up being murderers. So that's pretty good.
Vouching for Craigslist, it doesn't always turn out in murder.
It was I put out the ad.
Okay.
Metal vocalist looking to start project. I found Omari, our rhythm guitarist. He's not around us right now, but and then slowly but surely, I kind of just pieced together. Looked for a good lead guitarist. Chris shows up with basically a suit and tie. And, and a 6-string.
Just impressed, dude. Yes.
6-string 25/5 scale. Fucking shreds the shit out. And then Omari and I kind of looked at each other like, like, oh,
what
dude,
the fuck just happened?
This is the guy, and then so it's been a lesson for everybody to learn this shit, because it's not just strict to one genre. Like deathcore as like a whole, it's new to Chris. It was new to Chris. Kind of to Cedar too. I mean, he's been listening to metal for a long time. Everybody has been, but everybody has different influences and backgrounds, and everybody's raised differently. It's a culmination of all of that.
So what's the song called? Coming from the metal from a different, slightly different angle, like what is a typical songwriting session look for you all?
So, I kind of hate this question.
So in the beginning, I come from a dance music background. I come from like a 80s metal background.
Fuck yeah.
It's different stuff, So it took me a while to learn how to play this stuff. Like, for example. We didn't know how to play dissonant chords at first, because I was playing in tune too much, and I realized that I was doing that too much. So we had to figure out how to play out of tune. And Jay over here is like tuning his guitar to be like out of tune. Yeah. So I was like, this can't be it.
Sonic Youth or what?
Dude, we just went hard. So we tuned that thing up, and then honestly, he's been playing drums since he's been a child, so he had a lot of chops that just kind of came out,
Yeah.
And I showed him the groundwork on how to play, how to tune the instrument, and he started running with it. We fired up MacBook, got Logic going. I was kind of the guy doing that for a while, and then Jay took that over. And then it got to a point where, like, personally, I thought, whoever's cooking the right ideas, whoever's got that gift of writing the hot song, we need to ride with that.
For sure.
So we had Jay. He writes a good amount of the music. I think I have some riffs out there on a few of the tracks for sure. but a lot of the newer stuff, is his brainchild. And this guy is even, doing guitar takes on the MacBook. So he's more talented than meets the eye for sure. But, it's a good question. It should be answered, you know what I mean? And I think that's a good philosophy with music, if you're in a band and everyone's at war with each other and you got a war with egos, and, you can't write music like that. But it's like Sting, dude, and the Police, right? Like, if one guy is, killing the hits at the moment.
If that's where the energy is right now, let's fucking ride that out until it changes, you know what I mean? It might not always be that way, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we got some songs in the back pocket that, actually don't have any influence at all with Jay, and we got to actually come with him, with this track and get this down. But, we're all excited to kind of contribute a little bit more in that aspect. But, like Jay's kind of our powerhouse, and, that's the way I see it. Like a band's got to have a vision, and it's important to stay on that track, and it's important to stay with the sound. And, I'm really excited with this guy's songwriting. It inspires me, and I've learned a whole bunch, and I think I'm starting to write some pretty nasty riffs myself.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
we'll be seeing some stuff in the future for sure. So.
And I'm sure that'll add a whole nother texture to what you guys do, like one voice getting a little louder again. You know what I mean? Oh, for sure. All right, man. So another question I had was kind of, again, since I'm newer to you guys, I was able to find live clips and stuff like that, and I found a demo, I believe, on Spotify or whatever. Is that what you guys have out? Have you guys been recording for a minute, or what are you guys working on, right now? Or
yeah.
So we released our first 2 songs. We went to the studio here. It's called Ashtown.
Okay.
Matt. Can't remember his last name. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I love it when people shout out like local studios.
Yeah. Honestly, like very lovely studio, but it was that was our drop A phase, like that was the chugging phase. So we moved out of it, and honestly, like there's no disrespect. You have to have money.
Oh yeah.
It's
why
no
we record
secret.
ourselves, and that's why that first demo came out kind of
exactly.
But it's I get it.
It's no secret, and in a market that's constantly deteriorating and everybody's becoming more broke as time goes on.
Yeah.
We decided to leave the fucking studio because it's just we don't want to pay over $1,300.
You have to figure out what your band can do in-house. Really,
Yeah.
that's really, no matter what band you're doing. Like, there's likely somebody in the band that knows how to do something besides their instrument.
Yeah.
This dude knows how to do video. Let him do the fucking video. This guy
Exactly.
knows how to do marketing. Let him fucking run the Instagram. You know what I mean? You really, because you can't pay for it all.
Yeah.
And you do really have to like say, okay, well, this one thing none of us knows how to do. We got to pay for that. Fine.
Yeah.
But everything else, let's please take care of in-house. Yeah. No, I get it.
Our first 2 songs are Rolling Thunder and I Killdozer. Rest in peace to Heemeyer in Colorado, who, it's a political song, go figure. But that was through that studio. And then after that, we were all like, we got to not, spend this much money. So we went to Fiverr. Mm-hmm. We found Simone, and I'm going to butcher his last name, Pietrofore, I think. He's Italian. He does Distant.
Shit.
Their stuff.
Yeah.
So he did our first.
You found that guy on Fiverr, bro? Like, Distance fucking huge.
Dude. And his rates are really good.
Yeah.
Like if you're a starting band and you're looking for good mixing, and he'll even re-record parts with his own instruments through his own DAW. Yeah. And he does an amazing job. Like I love the dude, but we thought that it was time to take another step back because money's getting even tighter.
Yeah.
And so now we're producing our own stuff.
There's nothing like it, dude. To be honest, like I'm even okay with like a loss in fidelity if it means we sound exactly like us, like exactly the way we want to sound. Again, whether that means we're a little more lo-fi or whatever.
Yeah.
But it sounds like us. You know what I mean? That's our big thing is we want what we do to translate.
As shitty as it is, we are willing to sacrifice great production to save a little bit of cash.
That's part of it too. I ain't gonna lie. That's definitely part of it. Yeah.
And so that's the way we went. I just delved into the whole, YouTube, all your favorite mixers and producers, and just pick up their tricks, and then apply it to your own music. And that's kind of how it goes. Simone produced our 3rd song, Olympia. That was a really emotional song. It's our heaviest, I still feel like, to this date. It's just like raw in your face. There's a lot of like, I'm gonna kill myself because I'm so mad. It's like that kind of song. Like every other deathcore band has, bro. It's
a lot of anger in the scene, for sure.
It's fun.
Yeah, we're definitely venting.
It's one of those.
It's a healthy thing, I think.
When we get that angry in the songs, dude, like you'll write it down, you'll record the lyrics, and then you hear it back, and you kind of just look at each other and laugh your asses off because it's like, dude, this is so mad. This is like I'm on 5 lists,
right?
And then later on after that, we released Epistaxis. That's our shortest song. That one was just kind of like a punchy, hardcore, metalcore song in your face, good breakdowns. Then we released Dizzy and My Precious. Those were some good ones. My Precious has a very meaning to my heart. I won't get into personal lives, but it has to do with Chris. So I kind of wrote that out of my anger for him. And I have in my lyric book, My Precious, and then like a song for Chris, my best friend Chris, with a heart at the end. Dizzy's a cool song. That was our first song with singing. It was a lot of fun to do. I started, I'm getting tired of screaming. I'm 26. I know like I'm young. I get it. But 23 to 26 is a big jump, especially when there's so much shit going on, especially when you had COVID going on and like everybody's all fucked up. But
we're leaning into that shit, bro. We felt that too. That's about the time we were woodshedding, and we came out right when it, we started playing right when everything opened up again. And dude, kids are fucking rabid, dude. In so many cities we've gone to, like, there's a lot of pent up fucking aggression.
People are mad, dude.
Yeah, they're tired of being fucking locked up, and then tired, want to get out and have some fun, feel that sense of connection again. So it's been fun for us, and that's a big part of what we do too, is trying to create a sense of community. That's actually why we're doing this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Start kind of pointing out what some of our friends are doing on the road. You know what I mean? Venues people might not know about. You know what I mean? This place seems kind of new. I don't know. We're new to Sacramento, so
very new. It works really well. Sounded great.
Okay, yeah. So exactly, and any bit of awareness you can kind of like draw on that. You know what I mean? The next bands that come through here are hopefully going to have an even bigger crowd. You know what I mean? So fuck yeah, dude. Did anyone else want to guys jump on? Anything else you guys want to talk about in particular before we kind of wrap up or whatever? Is there something?
Just want to say, we're pretty proud of our newest single, Monolith, because we mixed that ourselves, and I think we maintained a pretty high amount of production quality, even though we've started doing it kind of on our own.
Yeah.
And we're excited to kind of have a template to push out new music. So, hopefully keep your eyes peeled on that
That's
Spotify
what it is, right?
account.
You get one recorded really tight. You're all proud of it. It's like, all right, we'll just use that fucking project template for the rest of them.
Yes,
Hopefully
sir.
it all kind of comes out to that, hits that same benchmark. You know what I mean? So, no, and definitely fucking be proud of yourself, dude. Recording's not easy, dude. I've been doing that shit forever, and I'm still constantly learning, still constantly like, fuck, back to the goddamn drawing board, dude.
Yep, it's its own art, dude, for sure, and it costs a lot of money. You got to get the right plugins and have the right workflow, for sure. And then shout out to Uncle Ted, rest in peace.
Yeah, man. Like Chris said, like Monolith was definitely like our most proud project that we could have worked on because it really was a testament to like what we're capable of. And I think as artists, being able to like put yourself in those shoes of like testing your own grit and not having to rely on somebody that, they may be more experienced in, recording instrumentals and stuff like that, but being able to like count on yourself and also counting on the people that are next to you to really push you forward and take it to that next level, and jumping when it feels most scary to jump.
Oh.
Because that was a huge jump for us, and we were back and forth like, do we want to pay $300 or $500 or $1,000 to have somebody do this, and then we got to go back and tell them no, like that's not it, and fine tune it or do it ourselves. And we already have that sound to where it just seems natural to us, and we were able to tether that. And I think it's
going to get better. It gets better every time. Like you always learn every production you do. Like the next one's gonna be that much cleaner. That because you always end up going back to the drawing board and trying to, how can we make this next one even tighter, even cleaner, even better? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a hobby of it's certainly a hobby of trial and error, and also like Chris had mentioned and Jay, where you got to pay people. It's a pay to play sort of environment.
Yeah.
And, it's very hard to do it alone as well. So, I mean, like Chris had said, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of myself. And I know that they're equally proud. And I'm proud of the bands that had come out today.
Yeah.
And, everybody came to play and show up. And, like, they just left it out all on the field.
And that what we're doing is the counter to the pay to play, where it's like, well, we can't afford it, so we're gonna network, we're gonna make friends. You know what I mean? Let's all go out there, find some new people to talk to. But you never know who's gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? And then some of these people might end up with you on the road nonstop, dude. Like our first show ever, we played with Reminiscence. They played tonight. That's been a relationship that has not it's persisted throughout the entire time we've been a band, and all because like we fucking hit it off like day one. I don't want to get into the story, but they ended up us New Jacks weren't fucking selling our merch, and I come back from our set thinking nobody's gonna buy the shit, and find Jay, hands me a wad of cash. Dude, people are buying you guys' shirts, man. Like and I'm like, oh shit, get behind the thing, start looking for sizes or whatever. But like. Right there, dude, I was like, these guys are fucking dope, dude. Like, these guys are fucking humble as fuck. Like, they're the headliners, and here they are, like, selling the openers fucking merch because we don't fucking know what we're doing, So
it's all about having someone, like, take you under their wing and, also allowing yourself to be open to experiencing new relationships, because this is a community where it's cutthroat as fuck, man.
Oh, it can be.
It's just, like, I'll only talk to you or interact with you if I know that I'm going to get something out of you.
Yeah.
And that's about as far as our interaction is going to go. But for tonight, the reason that we threw the show is to do the counter of that, because
exactly.
I mean, personally for me, man, like, if you guys are winning, we're winning. If we're winning, you're winning. And it makes it that much more easier to rise to the cream of the top. Look at, for example, Deftones, Korn, Slipknot, they all did tours together.
Nobody does it alone, dude.
Nobody does this alone, man. If you do it alone, the lone wolf, it's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get burnt out. You're going to start building up resentment. You're going to start just losing the touch and the authenticity of what really drew you to the craft in the first spot. So you got to keep it fresh, and that starts with putting yourself in a new environment around new people, and just accepting people for who they are, and not worrying about ego, not worrying about shit, man. Outside of just the music, man, it's all it's I hate to say this, but it's a vibe, it's a wave, and you just got to jump on it. Someone may be like on the right note but on the wrong page, or on the right page on the wrong note. It's about finding that perfect equilibrium, and then just being in the moment. It's presence. That's the greatest gift you can give to somebody, is just your presence, and allowing them to be in that realm with you, and just see where it goes.
Oh yeah. No. Damn, dude. I knew you guys were cool. I was talking to Jose, like, dude, like, we had only planned to interview Reminiscence, like, dude, but those dudes are fucking cool, dude. Like, I want to sneak them in if we can, man. I think they'd be down. They seem hella like down to earth and shit, and you guys fucking are, man. I'm glad I fucking talked to you guys. Glad we made friends. I'm sure we're gonna be hanging out a little bit more down on the road.
This won't be the last time we see each other.
Oh, for sure. No. I think it goes well together, and we've gotten really lucky being put on shows that aren't strictly deathcore. I don't know what it is about our sound that allows us to play like metalcore shows and other stuff, but we're like all about it, dude. It's like, yes, fuck yeah, let's go meet some new people, find some other scenes, see what else is going on.
And you're seeing more genres merge, man. It's not just hardcore, it's not just punk. Like, you're seeing a mix of all of it, and the gatekeepers are kind of like disbanding, which is good.
What happened, man?
Like, that's how you get.
Thinking,
that's
dude,
how
it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, man. That growth mindset is where it's at. You can't have a fixed mindset.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm proud.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to mention too, it's like the record labels don't really have the power they used to. And I feel like it's decentralized a lot, so the opportunity's out there for people who are willing to work for it.
And that's exactly it, is what I've noticed. And anytime I see a complaint, that's usually what it's about. It's like, before we had somebody that took care of everything for us, but we had no control. You know what I mean? Now the opposite is true. Like, we have to be everything: the producer, the promoter, the fucking, you know what I mean, the engineer, the musician. You know what I mean? Like,
it's about having everyone that can do it's about, like how you said, having everyone that can feel that facet. Someone that can write, someone that can teach the electronic side.
Yeah.
Someone that's just a phenomenal instrumentalist, and also knows the marketing side, and knows how to connect with people. And that's what this genre is about, or just music in general, man. If you can't connect with people, if you don't know how to talk and be personable, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're just going to be a fucking hermit under a rock. Like, you're not going to get any exposure, and you get what you get. You got to put yourself out there. So, I think that's what we're trying to do right now. I see that with you guys too.
I feel that, yeah.
One last thing kind of on that note, just the community and networking with these cool-ass people. One person that I got to shout out that has put us on more than anybody, fucking Mikey Hood of the Hoods. He's done more than anybody has ever done for us, and getting us shows that we wouldn't even be able to play, and
the fucking legend in this scene, dude.
Putting us out, and just, you know, we wouldn't be able to be close with that dude if we weren't ourselves around him, you know what I mean? And he's just a straight up motherfucker, and that's just what you got to be, you know what I mean? Just being yourself to the fullest, no matter who you're around, no matter where you're at, is just what's key. And great people will come and like help you out with whatever, you know what I mean? You run into those people just in this cool ass community and being yourself, and it's like, it's what it's about, in my opinion. Shout out to Mikey Hood.
Completely agree, dude. Fuck, dude.
Shout out Mikey.
Associated with fucking the Hoods and shit, dude. That's fucking dope, man.
You want me to do final words? Or?
Yeah, no, whoever wants, man. Shout out your socials. Shout out, you know, any homies you got that you want to fucking plug. Whatever you want to shout out. Whatever you guys want to fucking plug right before we head out. Like, where can people find you? What you up to?
Oh yeah, take a look at us. We're on Spotify, like Amazon Music. We're on all major platforms. As far as that, just type in Lurid. There's probably a couple competing Lurids, but you'll know which one is us. Yeah, we're the trademarked one.
We're the real Lurid.
And yeah, what's our Insta?
It's you think I know it by heart, huh? It is luridofficial.ca. LURID official.ca.
Yeah,
sure.
Check us out, add us, all that stuff. Final words, Jay?
If you want to contact us through Instagram or email, chances are it's going to be Omari talking to you. He's been a great marketer. He's been somebody who I've put complete trust and faith into running the band as the face of it. I kind of like to not do anything and just like write and then show up for the shows and just be there to support the band when they need it, because you know, we all get down. We need to bring each other up. We are trying to get a community of different bands and start a collective around here. You know, that's, you know, shows like this.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure that everybody feels comfortable with each other, because the more you backstab, the more everybody's going to get pushed away. So
It just makes things smaller, bro.
yeah, it's really cheesy, but we got to spread the love, you know? Like,
No,
that's
most
just
definitely.
how it goes.
Happy as fuck. I talked to you guys. Happy as fuck. We got to hang out, got to get to know each other.
Thank you for having us.
That's part of why I do this, is like, it's a good excuse to fucking hang out and talk a little bit. We don't always get to have time to do these little conversations, you know, when we're working, to be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, it's awesome to connect with you guys, kind of find out what you guys are more about. I'm fucking hella excited to hear what you guys are up to next, man.
Expect new music.
Especially because I probably can't predict what you guys are doing next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are gonna. I'm confident you guys are gonna fucking blow me away again, just like you guys fucking did tonight.
I'll give you a hint. There's going to be more singing.
All right. Yeah.
A lot more singing, a lot more bursting out of the bubble of metal, and a lot more weird stuff. And also, because we're not paying anybody, when you pay somebody, you kind of feel like you have to take your stuff really seriously.
Yeah.
Now that we're not, there's a joke song.
All right.
And it's kind of making fun.
A cover or
It's
something, or you guys just
how I was talking about how the industry has a set up song structure for everybody. It's just like that. And you'll hear it, you'll know it when you hear it, and it's definitely poking at a couple really big metalcore bands out there, because you know, it's just how it goes. It's really funny.
I'm gonna look forward to that as well, man. Hey, fucking hella fun hanging out with you guys.
Rest in peace, Uncle Ted.
Glad I fucking met you guys, man. Fucking hella glad we had time to do that interview. Thank you guys for your support, man. Fucking, thank you.